Yeah.
Go through, so they're going to go you then out in front. It's very, very tight. They're coming around. It's number 24. It's Jack O'Neill. Then we're running a little bit wide. Where we got no room for error. So we're going to get the drivers back to crew. They are not doing it at the moment, and it looks like this cart is way out in front. It's very, very hard out there. It's going to be very tricky positions for them. I see a big bubble as they go through bouncing, and putting way in front. We are green. We are underway, and it looks like Bradley Philpott from the outside. He got like catching him out, as you see. He's got some guys trying to go wide, and somebody number 3, that's Jack O'Neill. So Jack O'Neill's come. Oh, we got Carl's right up in the green. The others wasn't. They was caught napping. Lets us slow each other down. We've still got a long way of this race to go. And Bradley Philpott tried to come up the inside lead. That's racing on the yellow flag, and we've got a battle now coming up over the inside. Oh, it's a look at this battle we've got. Concentrate on ahead. Let's not race ourselves. Oh, and somebody went through the barrier there. We're coming down to City Pen. There we go. It's up the inside. Right place. It'll come down. They're 3 abreast. Oh, what a finish to the race. It is. Give them a big cheer. What an end to that race. 3rd position, 0.09 of a second. They're actually going to go straight.
The foil off, but this is a special moment. There he is, your Red Bull kart fight champion, the first winner of the first ever Red Bull Speed Jam. Story. Talk us through it from your perspective, Liam, to be leading towards the end of the race. That's great, well, well done. I'm pleased to see you all finishing on the podium. Well done to you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Plan? Let's just have it. I mean, yeah.
Talking about his love of music, believe it or not, when he was given a chance in Formula 1, he was fed up because it meant he was missed the rating. Woo!
Miles an hour. These two are considered the best pilots in the world. You give them a cheer. Faith in themselves, their aircraft, and of course the man they're flying. Or not, both of these guys are pilots for British Airways. Don't get scared now. They both drive 747s, but thankfully when they take you. Miles an hour. These two are considered the best pilots in the world.
Well, I think for Red Bull to put events like they have done in Cardiff here today is really good for the youngsters to get a feel for the go-karting, feel for the competition as well, feel what it's like to win, feel what it's like to lose, and deal with, I suppose, a bit of the pressure on the day, and you know, have people watching you and things like that. It's good, and it gives them an option to do what they want after that. If they, you know, if they excel, obviously, then there's a chance for them to pick up a hobby and then maybe a profession later on.
Massively difficult.
Well, what I've seen so far with the drivers, I think, is that yeah, there's clearly youngsters which haven't had a huge amount of experience, and there's some guys with you know, a lot of talent. They're driving the cars really, really well. It's tricky, it's slippery, but you can see the way they approach the corners and the trajectory. Obviously, they've got a very good feel for the braking and where the throttle is and how to drive the kart, actually. So I know we've got a girl racing as well, so she's doing a good job. So yeah, it's tricky conditions. None of them know the track, obviously, so they've got to learn as best they can in a short period as possible. Yeah, in terms of Wales, you know, I haven't been here a huge amount, but the things that I've been here for, I've really enjoyed. You know, come to the Speedway World Cup at the Millennium Stadium, which is a huge success each year. I know a lot of the riders love coming here as well. And also mountain biking is very popular in Wales. A lot of people come here to some of the best trails in the world, some awesome places to go mountain biking, and I think some of the stunning coastlines as well. Well, the team's off the back of a phenomenal result, obviously, so we're looking forward to Monza. Ferrari have been very good there the last few years. It's been a bit of a bogey track for us, so if we can perform well there, puts us in good stead for the team's championship. Obviously, Seb has a huge lead in the drivers, so we need to try and chip that back if we can, but really looking forward to the race there. It's a low downforce configuration, so the cars move around a lot more. 2 DRS zones, which will be interesting for the overtaking opportunities. And looking forward to it. I mean, it's another great opportunity to you know, get a top result and try and get my first win of the year. Monza is a very, very famous track. It's very quick, very unique, so not many corners, but lots of long straights. So the cars are constantly, many times during the lap, will go over 320 kilometres an hour with heavy braking. Also, you've got to jump the curbs. It's very nice as well. It's under the trees. The corners are you know, have a good flow to them. So, and I say the Italian fans are completely crazy for the sport. They love it. And even part of the old track is still there. The old banking, which has been there obviously for, you know, absolute decades, is beautiful to see as well. So it's got a really nice feel for it, and it's a shame we can't have more races there.
I think it's cool, you know, having it on the street. There's always a bit more atmosphere, you know, around amongst the buildings, and it seems to echo off the walls a bit better. So for the noise, it's pretty good, and the circuit's bumpy, and for me, I always like it. It's got a bit more character. So I think there's no better way to have it in these circumstances for the young kids to really experience, yeah, like a mini Monaco. The NASCAR was great. I had you know, a couple laps just around the circuit, and just to give the people a look, and then, you know, came here and did some donuts and got lots of smoke, lots and lots of smoke, which was good because I was a bit worried. It was raining earlier, and I thought maybe we won't get much smoke with wet asphalt, but that definitely wasn't the case. Yeah, I mean, after 4 races now with HRT, I'm starting to develop myself, you know, with the team as well a bit more, getting a bit more of an input in the setup and what we need to move forward. Now that I've got an understanding of what the car does, what it's good at, what it's not good at, and then I think, yeah, we can move forward from here. I'm progressively getting better, but you know, still nowhere near the limit I want to arrive at. But I think, you know, definitely the next few, I'm confident to keep pushing it forward.
The final itself was full of incidents, mainly caused by me, actually. A little crash on the first lap, which dropped me back a couple of places. I was lucky not to have wrecked the kart, to be honest. And then from there on out, something else I haven't mentioned yet is I was driving along happily, minding my own business, and someone crashed on the other side of the track, which sent the barriers flying in front of me, and I hit a barrier head on at full speed. So 2 quite large accidents, but luckily the kart held together. People might not be able to spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on a Formula 1 ticket, and even if they do, the runoff areas are so massive you can't get very close to the cars. But to bring an event like this to a city like Cardiff, where people are within touching distance of Formula 1 cars, they've got Formula 1 drivers throwing them caps and shaking their hand, it's just something people don't normally get to do, and to do it for free, with free tickets, is just crazy. It's great.
I mean, racing on the streets at Cardiff is completely different from racing on a circuit. You've got loads of different surfaces out there, so it's really hard to judge when you're racing on it. The track changes with every lap. It's amazing to see all the spectators out there It's a different atmosphere altogether, really, isn't it? From usually I'm used to just having about 10 spectators at my track, so out there it's pretty different. So
all the fans being out there watching the event, the only time a street track's been done in Cardiff as well, was also unbelievable. To go around these corners and be inches away from the barriers was brilliant. And to see all the Mark Webber, Jake Humphrey, all the F1 cars and NASCARs down here was absolutely fantastic. And the best thing was it was free. Result. All you got to do is go down to your local indoor kart track and post free practice sessions, fast lap times, and that automatically puts you into a regional final. So anybody can do it from an incredible cost as well. Because to go motorsports, as everybody knows, is a big money sport. Formula One throwing thousands and thousands of pounds. Practice session at Gosport for me cost, I think it was £35, and all that is included today's racing, the regional final racing, all the hospitality, meeting all the F1 drivers. From that cost can never be done before, so I would really recommend everybody doing that for the next year.